taking a look at the design of the sunglasses, they're slightly more bulky than your traditional pair of UV ray resistant glasses, but overall not too bad because it's made out of plastic. It still remains fairly lightweight. It doesn't feel overly cheap, although there aren't too many aluminum or metal accents going on. There's a few for the earphones themselves, but everything else is mainly made out of plastic. Even if you currently already wear prescription lenses, you can still fit them over these sunglasses without too many issues. I found them to be quite comfortable even though I already wear glasses. The nose rest here is quite wide and it still fits well. Even if you move around, shake your head a little bit, it still stays put. The overall styling is also quite, I would say, standard. It's not anything too dramatic or flashy, which I like. Allows you to blend in a bit more discreetly. Kind of reminds me of spy sunglasses, perhaps. So the side features controls for all the buttons. They allow you to change your volume. They also allow you to turn the unit on or off. Tapping on the center for a few seconds turns the Bluetooth component on, allows you to pair with an Android or iOS or any Bluetooth certified MP3 player. Takes about a few seconds to complete, and the connection range is around 10 meters or 33 feet, which is also around average. And afterwards, you can just pop these in. They have adjustable arms on the bottom. You can change the swivel as well as pull this up and down depending on where your ears are resting, and then kind of tuck this into your ears when you're listening to the music. We'll talk about the audio experience in a bit. Next, just taking a look at the hardware here. Underneath here, we have access to the mini USB port for charging, so you can kind of see that under the plastic. It's not covered up, which means that this isn't a waterproof pair of glasses. So don't take them, into the water if you're near a beach or an ocean, anything like that, and you should be fine. When the pairing mode is started, you notice that there is an LED light on the inside which will flash red and green. There's also a voice prompted command, so after pressing on this key for a few seconds, you can kind of faintly hear it say power off. For the most part, it's decent, although you can't really turn this option on or off, and it's a nice way to know when you actually have the battery draining Bluetooth mode on or when it's actually off. The buttons here are pretty tactile. They're relatively responsive. When the unit is on, you can tap on the center key once or twice to play, pause your music, as well as call, answer, or reject a call that's coming in, which is compatible again with Android and iOS smartphones. Not really too many issues as far as pairing is concerned. So moving into audio performance, it's also tied in with the overall comfort of these. Something I will say though is that because the arms are a little bit wide and the actual part of the earphones don't really flex inwards, they really just flex up and down, sometimes they won't fit too snugly into the insides of your ear canals. They basically just rest on the outside, and as a result there is some amount of sound leakage. So if you're sitting on the outside and you have a friend by you, they may hear what you're listening to, or whatever audiobook you're also listening to maybe. So it's not the most noise isolating pair of earphones we've tested in the world. They also have this interesting kind of cushion to them, so they're fairly soft and comfortable, although they're not the most premium earphones that we've seen nor tested. So definitely not the most private or the most secure pair of headphones we've seen. There's not the highest amount of noise isolation on these. These also aren't noise canceling, so you can still kind of hear what's going on around you just because the earbuds don't really rest inside your ears too deeply. The actual cushions here is also slightly cheap looking, I would say. It's made out of foam. It is pretty soft and comfortable, but it attracts a fair amount of heat as well as dust, and they can tear kind of easily, so kind of be careful with those, although they can be replaced. So overall, the actual earbuds themselves, they don't really look too high-end. They also look a little bit cheap, I would say, but overall, not bad for the price point, I'd say. And as far as adjustability goes, I think they did the best job that they could, really, without making the earphones too loose and too cheap feeling. Moving into audio quality, I would say that I was pleasantly surprised because I expected not too great audio performance based on kind of the caliber of the ear cushions, but actually they are quite loud. The bass is present. It's not the fullest thump that you might get from a music or audio clip, but it's definitely there. And as far as playing back some basic pop music, electronic music, I would say it's fine. There's a little bit of static or distortion in the background, which is to be expected with most Bluetooth earphones in general, because with wireless headphones, it's not going to be as crisp sounding as wired headsets, and that's something to note. But all in all, really not bad as far as listening for a few clips. or tunes when traveling. Again, these aren't designed to be audiophile grade headphones in the first place, so with that in mind, I think you'll be pleased with these. They can get pretty loud, so even if you're driving or if you're by the beach with the ocean and then people talking, you can still hear what you're listening to, which is really all we need to know for these. Otherwise, as far as more precise music, maybe classical music, they're not going to do the best because again, they're not the most rich sounding earphones, but all in all, really not that bad. Something else I want to quickly note here is there isn't a integrated mic, so you can't really use these for talking, as a remote or a speakerphone, but you can also use it to control your music just fine, as well as call, answer, reject a call. You just can't really use the unit to talk into the headphones directly. You still need your phone for that. So to check out more details about these Bluetooth sunglasses, you can read our full written review, but this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the Smart Bluetooth Sunglasses.